Shayim Chassidus. Rebbe Rashab asks, first year of Teim Chetmim. Then was the Mamorim was, it says the Chassidus that the Sifri Gabbas Asich, that the Chassidus was written Lefi Erech de Bochlim. Because he said Chassidus to the Yeshiva. And in Bais he only said in Lubavitch. So you see, Rebbe Rashab writes how you could see how Chassidus grew. So in those Mamorim, he speaks about this question. He asks the question, so what's truth? What's the reality? So he answers that the reality is that if it's only be one way, if a Lakus could only express itself one way, it's not a mitzvah shleimus. If it could only be expressed that we should realize the ultimate Ein Sof of the Eibishter, and we shouldn't be able to see the world as a world that means the Eibishter hiding himself, so it's not a mitzvah shleimus, it's not the ultimate being complete. A mitzvah shleimus has to have Neisi Hofkin. So if someone was to ask, what's the truth? There's both true. One hand, we feel ourselves as Mitzvahs, on the other hand, the Eibishter hides himself, and on the other hand, the world's insignificant, and they're both realities. How could both realities coexist? The Eibishter is Neisi Hofkin. It doesn't have to be in one way. If it would only be one way, it wouldn't be the Eibishter. It wouldn't be Tachsa Shleimus. Same thing over this answers also Diopchide also. There's a lot of questions that answers with this order, with this idea. We ask how could both be together? On one hand, I have my own existence. On the other hand, no, the Eibush is making everything, and they both coexist. How could they coexist? If it's only one side of the coin, then it's not the Tachsa Shleimus. Shleimus has to have the Eibush. If it's only in one way, it's not the Eibush. It's a kav. It's a hagdor. Same thing here. He's saying the Bavetis HaKedesh. He's saying that mitzvah shleimus is that it has to be able to be in both ways. On one hand, it's bilti bal gvul. He could express himself that he's everywhere in the Eifin Shel Ein Sof. And the other hand, he doesn't have to be expressing himself in his Ein Sof way. Again, there's many ways to learn this Bavetis HaKedesh. This is Bavetis HaKedesh, a base which all the Mekobolim are fit into, how they teach the teach of Bavetis HaKedesh. If in the Keich B'Gvul that there's a Inyan in Gvul, that Gvul is a Meile, right? Like before that, the Mareches he brought over here. That Atzilus is Ein Inyan Shenis Chadish B'Maitzel B'Yonetzel Dover Shelo Kedim. It's in Nizgal Kecha Komos V'Chos Kecha Lapel. There's a advantage, so to speak, in Gvul. Gvul is also a Meile. A Meile Gvul is Take. It's a limited advantage, but it's a Meile. Chochma is a Inyan, Chesed is a Inyan. There's a Inyan of Ein Sof, of Pshittis also. But there's a Inyan of Chochma and Chesed. That's also a Meile.
Gvul was made for us, no?
Oh. The Shiur is, so that we're saying in order we should come to exist, it must be Gvul. But if we're speaking Milamai Lamata, of course. But the question is that in Eliki, or does the Eibush hid himself from us, therefore we're here? Or no, our existence is a bitu Eliki. This is a God expression, the Ifah Chochma that we have. Ados is Kei from the Eibush, the Yin of Chochma, the Yin of Chesed. That's the question. We're speaking about Atzilus, but it translates at the end of the day also about us. Is Chochma v'Chesed a Maila in Eliki, or is just that the Eibush, if he wants, he could hide himself? And in other words, to relate to the Eibush, they have to escape Hagbola, they have to escape Elam Hazard, they have to escape the world, they have to be a Porush, or no, I could see in Elam Hazard, this is everything to be Maila, and Kasha, the thing to godliness. The whole thing of it is Pshutim and Tzion is also connected with this. Is there an Inyan Eliki, the Eibush? So according to what we explained, the Eibush is Eini Mugder. So if he has to dafke be in Bilti Balgvul, that already is a Hedra Shleim. It's fine.
So sorry,
is that whole thing of that Talmei Kid Museinu, that the Esakechas say Shtalshus of Inyan Elikus, when I understand the Eibush to the touch. This is an Inyan. Taklis HaShleimus of Inyan of Seichel is by the Eibush. Not the Pshat that the Eibush is beyond Seichel, Einin Nim to Faket. David had this smile also. It's Inyan. Are you going to say the Eibush is Ein Sof Pshittis? Shem Shesh Laker B'Bilde Bagvul, Kach Shesh Laker B'Gvul. He has all advantages. And if he would be only Mugder, so to speak, and that's what it says that really bleak Gvul is also Hagbola. Because if he only has to stand in this way, that's already a Hagdor or a Hagbola.
Can you go deeper? I mean, you're saying it all right, but I'm saying, can you go and back all the way up to Ratzon Elyon and understand that the very fact that there was a Ratzon to create, or there was a Ratzon.
All of it saying in Echanami is the Alisa Ratzon is
that very fact expresses the completion of Hashem. Understand? Because I don't know how to put it into words. It's very difficult, but
that all of it.
The very fact that this whole thing is here.
It's Kedem wanted to express himself in this shleimus.
This is the completion of expression of Ein Sof.
That he could also be Magdal himself, and Agbola. That's what he's saying. Basically, that's what he's saying.
It's kind of the shleimus.
Yeah, the thing is that Avedis she didn't speak in terms of Lifnat Tzimtzum, Lachat Tzimtzum, but the way Chassidus explained, we're going to see that the Kech HaGvul, Kech HaBli, that's already Ein Sof. Ein Sof, we say Ein Sof L'mayla, and Ketz L'matat and Tachlis. That's already Mitzad. He's Ein Sof. If he's Ein Sof, he has to have these tnuas, both tnuas. How he could hide himself, how he could reveal himself. These are both expressions of the Ein Sof Shalei. We'll come even higher, it's not too tnu, whatever. Okay, well, let's... Ein Chanam. HaGvul Animtzu Meno Tchila Hin HaSfiris. Lo Shna was HaGvul Animtzu Meno Tatzilus. Upon that he wrote it Sfiris, and the Rashab is explaining Hakavon ala kelim datzilus sheheim bebchinas gvul. Why are they limited? What's the limitation? So he's medayik behind the shem begedru muhus b'chinas chacham v'chesed. That's the Hakbola Shalem, not Hakbola in the way we understand Hakbola means on how much of everything. That's another. There's other shittas, but the way he's explaining it here is that the Hakbola is that it's chachma, hogufa that it's chachma or chesed. Chachma chesed itself, he has bli gvul, like we're soon going to see.
Later he's going to explain.
That everyone is bli gvul. Doesn't ask Shalom sof.
The shorsh of kelim is
Rishim. Yeah, we're gonna get there. Yeah. Look, the ikim is chachma b'chinas chachma chesed. Who about kelim davke? This was also, there's little shames over here. The ikim is chachma chesed, because really it starts earlier, and if we learn that even lifnat tzimtzum, the etzem gather of giving, that's chesed, and the hiding, that's also an idea of Gura. But it's not a metzius of chesed. It's not a metzius. The ikim metzius of chachma chesed, that comes only in kelim. The gam, that's one thing, that it is a certain way of being. The gam, and also there's a limitation on how much. Like we say that the limitation of the Creator, the pashto way to touch the words, is that is 236,000, tens of thousands parsois. And why Tafke this number 236? Kiminya v'rav keach. V'rav was God of the name of Rav Keach. V'rav Keach b'gimatia 236. Ishleimar, he says that this limitation is really not an atzil. Shir v'akbol azeisu k'meishu b'biyah. This is only once he comes in Ivroim. In Atzilus, there's no limitation in how much he could do. It's a limitation what he does. But how much, that's not limited. I'll say about Keich Sodom. A person is Keich Adibur. It's a Keich only Ladaber, but how much he could speak is Ladaber Adin Ketz V'Tachlis.
It's back to the point of where Pashut and Mukbal, right?
Yeah, but here he's speaking about, even what we're speaking about, it's Mukbal. But the Akbol is only in Yonei, not B'amshachosi, not B'spashtusi, not how much of it. So really the Keich HaGvul, when we're saying Keich HaGvul, it's not that it's a Keich Mukbal. Regularly we say there's a Keich Mukbal, only has, it's a limit only in what, but not in how much. So really it's Ein Sof, in Gvul. That's why really it's connected with Ein Sof for Shleimus of the Kula. The beginning of the Lashon Beis HaKedesh is that the Ein Sof is complete. V'melech Shem sheyesh leikeich b'bilti b'gvul, kach yesh leikeich b'gvul. This same Ein Sof has a power in infinity, and he has a power in finite. So he really has also the idea of finite in an eifin of the way Ein Sof has it. That there's Ein Sof, keich for bli gvul nivroim, keich for bli gvul choch. So the fact that it says Shiur came to Yitzhak is only in Bia. Shkos mokamach, ava batzils einem kan Shiur mida adayim bispashtus. Avkom shkos mokamach. The clothes in Akvul the kelim hu shetia bohem bal yodam akbol chutz latzilus. Through them they should cause that out of batzilus should be akbol. Ava batzilus gufa einem kan Gvul. There's two explanations why there's no Gvul in Atzilus. One explanation is, which seemingly over here is not going with this hezber, that since the Akbol is, he chose to put himself in the Gvul. Like you say, someone locks himself in the room. Is he locked up? Is he movable? Fakert. He finds himself there. He wants to be there. If someone else locks him up, so then he's movable. But if he puts himself into the situation, so fakert. He's looking. He finds himself there. It's not a Akbol in him. It's not. So that's one hesber why it's Hagbole berotzen is not Hagbole. Another explanation is that Hagbole is not over there. You don't have the gvul yet. It's Talderach Keich Atnua that he could write words. So the words that's going to come out are mugboli, but the keich to write is a bulti mugbol. So the keich is in atzilas, that's bli gvul. And it's a keich to make hagbolas, to write, to bring out nivroim mugbolim, in yonam mugbolim, in chutz latzit. But zilz guf elim keniz guf. V'zel ma shekosef v'sefer Yitzireh, this is what it says in Sefer Yitzireh, midosan eser she'ein lahem seif. There are 10, there's chochem all the eser sfiris, but ein lahem seif. Vur b'mokem acher. Even Kalim, which they're already Metzius Mugbelas or Mugderes of Chochma v'Chesed, also have no limitation commission Batzilus. Even though they're unlimited on how much, but they're limited at their fact of what they are. But the Eides, over there, you don't even find a definition, not only on how much you could have, you can't even say what it should be. You cannot define them. Also, the Eid revelation is a revelation of Pshitus of the Ein Sof. He brings what's the hechet to say that Eid is Ein Mugdar the Kedu, the Sheish is Ein Makav. Eidus comes from the Kav. What's Kav? The Sheish of Chosman Sof Shlifnei Atzimtzum. He's going to explain here the two sides of the coin. How Eid comes from the fact that Eibishter is revealing himself Mein Hamoir, and Mashenkin Kalim is from the Eibishter hiding himself. This is the Sheish of Eid is coming from the Kav, and Sheish Kalim he's going to say is coming from the Reshimu. Kav is Eid, even though it comes from, he's going to soon explain, even though it goes through a Tzimtzum, which would tell me that really is not expressing the Ein Sof of the Eibishter. But Sof, where is he coming from? He's coming from the Eir Shalifnei Tzimtzum. And the whole Tzimtzum is really for the Keli. Says Tazeh. Eibishter is Ein Sof. We should be able to grasp the Ein Sof of the Eibishter, we're not shaykh. Elamai, say we. Eir was Beklal. That in it for the Ein Sof is not shaykh, it's not to get a tfisa. In order to get a tfisa, they ought to move zayin at tzimtzum. But this guf, there's two pratim here. He wants to make the tzimtzum. It's a big chiddush over here that the whole tzimtzum is only l'tzerech hakelim and not l'tzerech ha'ir. The derech klal, we learn in Chassidus that the whole tzimtzum for the eir also, because since eilim are not shaykh, and that the whole chiddush of the Arizal, it was mechad that legabe in sof shlifnei tzimtzum, atzilus and asiyah is b'shavim mamish. Because both equally, the only way they could come to existence is by the Eibishter hiding himself. Then we could start speaking about the Eibishter. Because if the Eibishter is revealed, we're not here. There's no rage, there's no safe, there's no bittul telekos, there's no way of existence. There's the Eibishter. The Lashon says that the whole idea of Ein Zolos is nothing but the Eibishter. That's only once we are here, then we realize this way of looking at things. Before we come around, before Tzimtzum, it's Hulavadu, the Eibishter is here. The Eibishter exists. There's no and not something else. There is him. In other words, if that will be revealed, is Uis Elam, there's no tfisa, there's no, if the Eibush is revealed, he's here. Nothing, there's not even a mekabel, there's no one who gets him. He is the giver, he's the taker, the says we're misbattle Seinu, not just us, any level. Because he's not big, the chiluk of Lifnei Tzimtzum is even in the air gufa. The air gufa Lifnei Tzimtzum is not a metzius, not an inyan, not a he's Einim Metzius Eir. Einim B'chinas Metzius. The whole idea of being an Inyan and Gilui, that itself is a Schachas Achrat Tzimtzum. Lifnei Tzimtzum is not Shaykh, there's a Teichen and Gilui. There's the Eibishter, whatever the Eibishter wants, that's going to be. The fact that anything, any Inyan, should be felt and seen as a Teichen, as an Inyan, even an Inyan of Gilui, of Bittul Elikus, his battles on the highest level is also an Inyan, an advantage, a Chshivas, a Shlemus. That you can't say over there. Over there the Eibishter is. And the way he wants, that's why things will be. So therefore, in order even air, just give a moshel. Beis speaks always about this moshel. He says that, for example, he said the Eibishter is believable. So when we say the Eibishter is believable, what does it mean? The Eibishter is everywhere. Then we come to a cognition, is that the Eibishter is everywhere? Is that the Eibishter? Is the Eibishter that he's everywhere? No. The Eibishter is the Eibishter. And Memele is everywhere. That's the way we explain it. Like we say that 2 and 2 is 4. Why is 2 and 2 4? So we say, why is 2 and 2 4? Is it because we have to have the objects in order to it's a fact. It's not that when we have it together, two tables, we'll have 4 tables. It's an idea. It's not measured because in fact it comes out like that. It's be'etzem, the thing makes sense. Fine. So we're removing it from a factual thing, from the pale existing. Al-Mash will say a person himself in a room. So he's saying he's here himself. He's hulavadi. He's only the person in the room. With what is he the only person in the room? The fact that in the pale he's here himself in the room. Does he have to be like this? Does he have to be the only person in the room? No. He's the pale. In this moment, he's himself here. So that means that would be limiting the Eibishter, so to speak. We were saying the same thing about the Eibishter. The Eibishter is believable everywhere. Because this is Eibishter, or the Eibishter is. The Eibishter the Eibishter has to exist. He's everywhere. He's not everywhere in order to fit the criteria of being everywhere, this advantage, shleimus of being everywhere. The Eibishter is everywhere. Because if he, what is Pshat HaMitzvah, he has to exist. It's not Shaykh and nicht sein. The Shaykh is dort in der Eibishter. He's here everywhere because Eini Mugdar, therefore he's everywhere. Not because he's gaining something by being everywhere. Because you can't say he's not here, therefore he's here. It's a lot deeper. Like you say, the Eibishter is Ein Sof or Ein Leitchila. If you say the Eibishter is Ein Sof, it's that you're magna the Eibishter. The Eibishter has his milas, that is Ein Sof. We say Ein Leitchila means that not it came to existence. This is existence. If this is existence, not Shaykh, he shouldn't be here. So I'm playing with the words of Einei Hagdora or Mechuyev HaMetzias. But both ultimately, now let's say, how do we translate it? At the end of the day, when we understand this, the Eibishter has to be here. What does it mean? It also means the way Seichel, Hanushi, it all means he's here. It's also becoming a Metziyazdika way of being. It's not Be'etzem Nimtza. Be'etzem Nimtza is not something that we relate to. That
when you say that, you're not expressing the real Eibishter. Because you're saying he's everywhere.
Right.
What else are you going to say? Because there's nothing else to say.
Because we can't say it. We can't say it, and deeper we can't understand it. Because if we understand it, we're not here.
Before
we entered there, if we, yeah.
Before everywhere, there was no such thing as where. Now everywhere, there's no,
The Alter Rebbe says a lotion. The gam b'mokem hazeh shenivri be'elmazah shemaim baris chol tzavam or yohula vadim imal hamokem hazeh. In the contrary, the everywhere was ershdir. Here now came out to be elamubo, whatever. We're speaking in, but that's the terms he uses. The terms we'll see later that faket mitzina mokim. Hini mokim iti. He's the sheinisham mokim. If there is space, if there is mitzias, it's coming from him. That's tachat mitzias from everything. We're living a certain way of. It's not. Yeah. That faket. If we have anything, it's thanks to him. We're here. It's thanks to him. He's. I want to bring the word of tzim to the word that we can't gain to understand the Eibishter. Whatever we'll know is our take on it, our factual take on things that lepeil is nimtza b'chol mokum. It's like saying whatever we understand about the Eibishter is our understanding. It's not the way the thing is. We can never take the thing k'meishahu. Because if we take the thing k'meishahu, we have to lose ourselves. We can't have us taking it. Unless the Gila and the Shama, at Tzaddik, outside Seichel Nefesh, we're not shy, because then we're not here. Always gathered from Hasoga. It's not Tfisa. It's Neshama irrigation. It's because it's one with the Eibishter, so it's comfortable there, but that's Neshama, whatever. So this is true, but sof, let's say someone that understands the Eibishter, Atzilus is revealing the Eibishter, is revealing the fact that we can't understand the Eibishter, or revealing. So, could you say that he doesn't have? Could you say that he's distance from the Eibishter just like Asiyah, which doesn't reveal the Eibishter? Could you say he's as far of the Eibishter just like Asiyah? Even though he doesn't have the Eibishter Kemeshu, but you can't say he's just like Asiyah, because even though he doesn't have it, but he's something about it. He's about Meher the Eibishter, Mashiach Asiyah, Her Zich. He doesn't hear the Eibishter, Menaget, so to speak. Mashiach here, he's relating to it. You say a Chochem Godel. I can't relate to his Chochem. I know that he knows how to tie shoes. He knows how to fix a plumber. But that's his Chochem. No, but he has this too. But that's the only thing I got to know about it. So I know something about him, but someone Bechal doesn't know anything about him, so he's all the way off. where can I?
He's closer, or
He's closer.
more sensitive.
He's more sensitive, which means closer. I mean, in his level of the person, I'm saying, but in the idea, in his knowledge about him. That's going in Dagosi. He's distant, bleak from him, but sof he has something about it. Atzilus is not just that he knows it. Ados is Atzilus is Galus for Holocaust. We're speaking about the marshal. He knows about it. It means that he has something to do with him. He's one he knows, one he doesn't know. Saying the Nimshal touch does, but we're saying about lifting at Simpson is there's even to say anything about the Eibishter can't be said. The Eibishter is beyond being expressed. That's touch Simpson. So even any expression, but it's not him the way he is. It's not him being revealed. But here, the Rabbi over here, this Oz is not stressing that far. So although we'll know always Tzimtzum and Shalei Berech and everything, but here he's not going that. He's saying that sof expression of the Eibishter. The Pshitz of the Eibishter can man nicht again. That's the idea of Eir. The Pshitz is the says there's a motion for the idea of Eir is the Kelim. It's also a motion for the Rebbe Rashab that Kelim is what I could define about a person. You say someone is a kind person. So there's the kindness we could think about, we could speak about it. Then there is the air. We start saying that the nefesh is such a fine thing. It's before it came to description of kindness. There's something to him that he has. What I can't express, that's air. That air, in other words, it's already the link in to beyond definition. That's Gilui HaNefesh, not the Keiches HaNefesh, not the power that he has. He's a kind and this and that. He has a nefesh, which is beyond description, and that's we'll say that Eir is coming from the Ein Sof B'Meile. It's on the part. It's the higher part of the Memutze. It's the Gilui, the Ein Sof Hamaitzel. Mashenkin Kalim, that he comes down a certain way of existence. That's the way he's relating. He's giving us his mokat to B'tzis Aveilus.
So the very expression is